Welcome back to Entropia. This is Sturge, coming back after a bit of a hiatus, maybe about 10 days. Making a video? Yeah, I needed it. I needed some time away from YouTube and the inner tubes, as I like to call them, the internet, and video games. Actually, I always play video games. It's just I need a little bit of time to go and feel the wind in my hair and the sun on my face. Definitely needed that. And so I appreciate everybody. And their patience for all the new subscribers. And you're wondering, hey, where's the video been? This guy hasn't made a video in a week. I know. It's weird, isn't it? But I appreciate you subscribing, commenting, as well as liking the videos. I have actually just been trying to take in the late spring and early summer and enjoy life a little bit. So go outside and walk through the park, as it were. I'm back, and it's time to make some videos. And what I want to talk about today is the decorative magic blue flowers here on Next Island. And what's so cool about this is there's an update now. Huge 17.7 version update. And these flowers are now very relevant. As always, they're here at Tanzanite View, and I was just hanging out in one of the cool Ruspex wagons. We're going to run over here and talk to Frederick in the... Oh, you may remember back when I made the video about where to find the magic blue flowers. Once you have completed that mission, you can come back here and talk to Frederick, and he's going to give you the magical flower bonus challenge. And that is what's now really valuable, because you're going to get a blueprint from this on how to make these decorative magic blue flower. And that is relevant for all of the new missions, or one of the new missions, not all of them, one of the new missions in the 17.7 version update. Thankfully, I love this. Honestly, thank you, Mindart. Thank you, Next Island devs, for continuing to update the content. It is really easy for YouTube guys like me to promote your planet and promote the game when you keep updating the content. And so I'm real pleased to be able to do this. I actually filmed it. I recorded this in March of 2021. So if you notice that the frame rate is a little bit less optimized than it has been of late, that's because I've upgraded my capture software. But really what I want to get after is the magic flower bonus challenge, and that you can't just go to your storage and pull all of the items out. I'm going to demonstrate that here. I'll just pull the boar tails out and show you. You can't just pull them out and be like, boom, I got 100, right? You know, when I'm sitting on 99 of them. It doesn't work that way. You actually have to go out, and you've got to hunt and figure out which creatures, mobs to hunt to get these items. And I'm going to show you just how to do that. I really think it's important to put into perspective the previous video, crystal farming, because I made that video to be sort of the beginning of all of the missions that require crystals in and around Next Island, ancient Greece. That is because you have the Cyclops that are so important, the papu that are so important, and the boar that are so important in farming of all of the crystals that you're going to need for blueprints on Next Island in ancient Greece. And so I encourage you to look back. If some of this is confusing for you now, look back on the crystal farming video to see what's going on and the locations. I don't want to cover that here. I'd rather this be a little bit more brief. I came to the Argus because the Argus drop a Cyclops pouch, as in you just see that right there. And if you've been watching, even while I've been chattering along, you'll see that these Argus 7 through 10, right here by the Thebes teleporter on the beach, they're dropping a lot of Cyclops pouch. And that's what you want, you know? Look at me, I'm in here just having some fun. The Crystal of Kronos, the Timekeeper. Yeah, the idea is come out here and you can hunt these Argus with an LR30 like I'm doing. You could probably do this as an LR10, actually, and do quite well. And still get the same... The thing is, this is an efficient weapon, so we're getting the kind of drops that we need specifically the Cyclops pouch, for this decorative blue magic flower. So the problem I have is that I deleted the video that actually contained me coming out here and showing you how I collected the Cyclops pouches. So that was a mistake on my part. I was trying to make room on my hard drive. It's amazing how quickly you can go through two terabytes of recorded video, and there's the Cyclops pouch. So it's really, I had to have some other video, to corroborate my story here, and to keep you going. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm just showing you some other footage, recorded footage from a hunt that I did specifically for the farming crystals video, but it's relevant. And I want you to see that this level of Argus are one of the best ways for low-level players to come out and pick up Cyclops pouches. Let's go after the boar tails. I do want you to see that there's a little bit of crossover between the daily village boar containment, which is a wonderful daily mission, and the magic blue flowers bonus challenge, and that I'm out here picking up Bombardo, picking up some Bombardo, and I'm going to shoot down some of the young village boar because the Wikipedia says these are the guys that are going to drop some boar tails. Pretty common. That's what I want. I just need 10 boar tails to actually make this work. Now I'm out here maybe 4 minutes, and I've only picked up 3, and I'm just shooting the youngs, but then boom, I hit a mature and cleaned it up. Pick up another 7. So keep that in mind. It's not just the village boar young that are going to drop the boar tails. In fact, you can do that easily on any of the maturities of the village boar. So I think the Wikipedia is a bit out of date. That's okay. We're learning as we go. Version updates come and go, but now we're set for that particular part of the challenge. If you come to the north of the first wave spawn teleporter down by the river, you'll see that there's a much larger spawn and of greater maturity for the. And look, I did some crossover right there. Finished the daily papu containment for the gray papu. This is a great place to come to demonstrate the ability of like the AR Matrix series. Now I'm using my LR30. You could use an LR10 out here just fine. So if you're a low level hunter, an LR10 should be accessible to you. So if you can afford that, of course. But you could do this with the Barbarella as well. Buchan spare rifle certainly will work. And I'm going to show at the end that actually a knife will work as well. But I think the most important part is to demonstrate that you can find both rhodonite and azurite crystal out here with the higher maturities. So whatever the Wikipedia is saying, I think you can disregard that. So it's not updated. I'm not updating it for this particular mob. Honestly, I just don't have the time to do it. That would be. I figured this is the update that I can do for the community. That you can see here, lots of bustamite crystal. Which, look, if you're doing the crystal and core daily challenge, this is great. But there's some azurite right there, and that's lots of cerussite. But while you're out here, these much higher maturity mobs, you're going to move your codex further forward by hunting these, as well as you're going to end the papu heart. You need that for this particular mission as well. We're just looking for rhodonite and some azurite, and we're at 83 to 84. I'm going to fast forward here pretty quick and show you that it all happens real fast with these higher maturity mobs, that you're getting more and more. So it's the Wikipedia says the young's the one. That's not correct. What really is correct is come out and hunt the higher maturity, and you're going to see, look at that just there, like azurite and rhodonite, 42 and 44 pack respectively. It's huge. I mean, that bumps us up 94 and 86, so we're going to finish this real fast. What I really want to have here is the take-home message. Pick up your Bombardo. And that I switched. So I was actually at Orpheus's Way, which you will, if you go back to the crystal farming video, you'll see that's where the gray papu are. If you want to do this really low level, then you go there. If you want to do this I should say Orpheus's way is the efficiency way. So that's TT value. If you want loot composition, you're going to go DPP. And the difference here is that I'm using a little bit of overkill. So this LR30 is way too powerful for this mob. So I can 2-hit them, or I can 3-hit them, or I can 5-hit them. Well, look, if a 2-hit's perfect, but a 5-hit, taking 5 shots on a mob like this, that's inefficient. And so what I'm getting is, instead of TT value, I'm getting loot composition. Well, it turns out the LR30 is really efficient, so I'm actually getting both. So in this particular instance, it's working for me, and that's what I need. But I need to crank through it because, of course, I'm trying to make a video. So I'm willing to take a loss just so I can demonstrate. Well, I ran out of cells, but I'm willing to do that so that I can demonstrate to you that I can get the crystals that I need. The loot composition is what I'm looking for, and I want the crystals. But if you're looking for efficiency, then you have to kind of tone it down. That means that the crystals are going to trickle in as opposed to just stream in, right? And that's what I'm hoping to demonstrate by switching weapons here. And I will show you a little bit that I'm going to use Buchan's Blade. Wow, it's a mess in comparison to the Barbarella, or even this LR30, or any of the LR series for that matter. And the reason I'm going over this, look, I'm down to 1 Rhodonite remaining. And it didn't matter whether I had the Z12 Barbarella or the LR30. Look, I just popped it. It looked like it was like going, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 for each, both the Azurite and the Rhodonite amongst the Grey Papu with the LR30, or the Z12 Barbarella. Well, it turns out, if you run out of ammo, like I do here in just a second, universal ammo, Buchan's Blade doesn't save you. In fact, you need to stick with weapons that have good efficiency, actually. And that's the thing, the Z12 Barbarella with the ZX Syncadus on it is like 60% or 58 something. And I'm running at 60+%, efficiency here. So I'm getting loot composition, but I'm also getting the overkill with DPP. So I'm really getting what I need. But then if I run out of cells and I try to finish this up, it takes me a further 10 minutes with Buchan's Blade to get 1 Azurite. Alright, so here it is. I'm down to that last one, and I'm using Buchan's, and I probably sliced up maybe 10 Guardians with Buchan's Blade. And while this is a great weapon with crappy efficiency, running around like 55-ish, I was just like, I'm not going to convert my shrapnel. Heck no. Eventually I have to do that anyway. There we go. I got that final Azurite crystal. So now it's time to return to Frederick. But I got to slice up a few of these Guardians first. But I wanted to demonstrate that. I think that's something that you don't see a lot in videos, YouTube videos. Is there's no commentary of any kind for some missions, and then the weapon usage. I would say that's really, really valuable, is understanding different weapons. So I always want to make these videos accessible to the players who aren't uber. They're really new or fairly new to the game. They're running in the teens for their laser rifle or whatever the case may be. If they're not using it's a BLP or whatever, knife fighter, it doesn't matter. They're running in the teens. So I want this to be accessible, and that's why I go over the weapons. Alright, back here at Tanzanite View. Let's run over to Frederick for this, finish up this bonus challenge. Look, we picked up 100 Boar Tail, Cyclops Pouch, 100 Rhodonite, and 100 Azurite to finish this off. You only have to do this one time. Talk to Frederick, and he's going to give you the blueprint for the magic flower. And so now I always like to click on the magic flower check mark and say, "Ooh, look how beautiful they are." Yeah, it's cute. But the bonus challenge, here we go. Congratulations, you can now make as many of these as you would like. And that is awesome, because we get the blueprint. Now, I screwed around a little bit. Let me make this a little bit more clear, because I clicked around a little bit. Alright, so here it is. Decorative Magic Blue Flower Blueprint. I'm going to try to move into an area where you can see it, where there's a background. But look, it's 2 boar tail, 2 cyclops pouch, 2 rhodonite crystal, and 2 azurite crystal, plus a little bit of lesser Elysia, 2 of those. That's all we need to make these friggin' flowers? The reason I'm making this video is because the version 17.7 update this is important. These decorative magic blue flowers are going to become important in the next video I make that demonstrates, well, frankly, what they're used for. Now, a lot of the shopkeepers have been putting at their shops. I think that's cool as can be. Honestly, I would have done the same. But let's go and make a few of these. And I always forget that you can't go in here. You got to go in one of these joints. Let's go into one of these caravan deals, and we'll work it out here and see how many we can make. All right, let's go to construction machine. I'm gonna have to filter for this one because I don't see it right there, which is odd because I should be able to make a ton of them. Oh, look at that, the magic number. 69. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can make 69 of these. Got all the goods. It's what? Oh, it's 2 of each. Alright, here's the deal. I want to make 4 of them. That's it. My whole goal is to make 4 of these flowers. 2 for the next mission that I want to make a video of, and then I want to have a couple to sell because the markup's pretty good. $1.86, right? So, pet 86. So we're going to do that. I'm going to make a couple here on this video, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But I think this is pretty cool. I mean, I recorded the beginning of this mission in March, and now it has a lot more relevance than just decorative. And that's really a testament to Next Island devs and Minddark for making sure this happened. So I appreciate both entities for the deliverance of this particular mission and its relevance to the new missions with the 17.7 update. Okay, here we are, fast forward. Doing 1 click at a time until we get that 4th. There it is. We got 4 successes. Nice job, Sturge. You finally did something good with your Entropia Universe career, and it was making magic blue flowers. Let's take a look at these guys here. That sounds so fun. It's worth a pet 80, and success is right around 40 pack. That's great. Pet 86. These things are selling, and that all has to do with the new version update and the mission, a very specific mission that I want to cover later. But now we have a reason to craft these other than just cosmetic. And that's the whole deal. That's why I make these videos. Is I don't make them just be like for fun for me. Even though I play the game sort of passively. I think you've seen that over time. I've demonstrated that over time. I play this game sort of passively. I work a lot during the week, and then I come home and I play it a little bit, and I try to make some videos. So I want to have fun playing this game, but I want you to have fun playing the game too. And so I hope these guides help you with that. I hope they are instructive enough so that I'm not playing the game for you, that you're able to use this as a tool later down the road. Minddark, Next Island devs have done a great thing for us. And this mission's been around for quite a while. Now we can craft these cool blue flowers. And they're going to be used in future missions. And we're going to keep things going. And I think that's the whole plan and the whole fun of Entropia Universe. So I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for hanging out with me while I take a 10-day hiatus to take a little vacation from YouTube and posting videos. I appreciate all of you for sticking with me. Thank you all. This is Sturge signing off. Ciao for now.